XY for Make It Count election coverage, now continuing our series of interviews with the candidates for elected office here in eastern Washington and North Idaho. Joined tonight by Spokane County Commissioner Todd Mielke, running for re-election. Thanks so much for being with us.
Absolutely, thank you.
We're going to start with the jobs and the economy. Okay, the last 4 years, while the nation has struggled, Spokane really has been doing okay. What are you going to do to make sure we're better than okay?
Well, first of all, we're trying to make sure we're planning for the next 20 years. And so not only have we done that through our budget practices, we have a reserve that's healthy. It's $15 million. We've brought in internal auditors. Many of those financial practices that we've done has now given Spokane County one of the best bond ratings of any county in the Northwest. That saves taxpayers millions of dollars every time we go out for these large projects.
Okay. Spokane County took on the city of Spokane over annexing the section of land up north that included Costco and other tax-rich businesses. The county initially strongly opposed it and then gave in. We call it giving in. Why not continue that fight?
Well, I think that when you take a look at some of the laws in this state, they do favor cities when it comes to annexation. That's the first thing. I think the second thing is wherever possible, we are trying to not be adversarial at every step of the way. That one annexation was a loss of revenues of about $1.8 million to Spokane County. It does make it more challenging for us to offer regional services. So we'll do our best to make sure that we can meet those needs in the future.
You have a history with your opponent, Dr. Kim Thorburn, over her dismissal as Chief Health Officer for the Regional Health District.
Right.
Can you explain tonight why you thought she should not have that job?
Well, I think it's important that people go back and remember. There were 3 votes of no confidence with Dr. Thorburn. The first one was the public health nurses that worked for her. The second one was her health board on an 11-to-1 vote regarding a series of what was considered unprofessional emails sent to one of her board members. The third was 14 months later, after half the board had changed, all new people. It was a unanimous vote, 12-0, saying that the relationship was strained, it was not good communications between the parties, and nothing had improved from 14 months earlier.
Spokane has taken, or rather Spokane County has taken a lot of heat for purchasing the Raceway Park.
Right.
In fact, one of your fellow commissioners said it was a bad idea and that taxpayers overpaid for that facility. And looking back, was that really a good choice? A good deal?
Again, we're trying to make preparations for our future. There are no sports complexes for soccer and baseball fields on the West Plains. We assumed for a 60 to 80 acre complex piece of land that we would pay about $6 million. We paid $4.2 million for the whole thing, about a third less than we thought we would pay. But in addition to the land we need for the sports complex, the rest was thrown in. We now have property for a regional law enforcement training facility. We have property that just happens to have racetracks. We've said all along we don't intend to operate the racetracks. We're going to turn that over to a private operator. But if we're planning for future sports fields for our kids, this was a great buy. $13,300 an acre. Liberty Lake just paid over $300,000 an acre for property that they did. Spokane paid $100,000 an acre for the Playfair site.
I'd like to ask you a series of short answer, no questions, if possible. The same questions were being asked of your opponent as well.
Right.
Should Spokane County fight the annexation plans of any city?
Generally not.
Does Spokane County need higher taxes to balance its budget, and would you vote to raise taxes of any kind?
No.
Do you or did you support banning nearly all types of dishwashing detergent because of concerns over the quality of the Spokane River?
Absolutely. It's sorry, and I just have to
say,
cool. It's one of the most important assets to this community. We need to do everything we can to protect our river and aquifer.
Should the county work with the city of Spokane to build a light rail system from downtown to Liberty Lake?
I'm not sure the public's not yet. Not yet. We are preserving the right-of-way. We're going to need it in the future, but I'm not sure that the public is ready to pay for the full price yet.
Is the county considering tolls or other funding measures to finish the north-south freeway?
No.
And would the city, or the county rather, be worse off if Dr. Kim Thorburn is elected county commissioner?
I think so.
Thank you very much. We appreciate your time.
Thank you, Robyn.
Best of luck to you.
All right.